So towards the end of the trek, really trying to understand what I accomplished, or if I accomplished anything in the terms of healing. So during the trek, I didn't really know what I was supposed to be doing. I just had the intention when I left that, I need to figure this out. I don't know how. I don't know how are we supposed to be breaking down and doing peer support sessions every, 20 miles? I don't know. We just really would go through. Anthony and I would talk to each other about different things that we were kind of thinking about or pondering about, which was really good and helpful. But at the end, I didn't know if I was like better. I didn't know what healed looked like. I didn't know what I was supposed to be, what the outcome was supposed to be, right? But what I did understand and come to understand is that, one, there is a whole host of things that need to be addressed that I hadn't been looking at. There are things beyond the death of my friends that need to be addressed. Do I know how to address them? No, I really didn't at all, right? So I think the pro of the walk was that it brought the attention to things that need attention in my life, right? Which is like, how am I feeling, right? And my feelings are valid, and understanding that there is a bunch of work to do around this, right? And it's not just as easy as I'm going to go on a trek and things are going to be better, right? There's the old adage, wherever you go, there you are, right? So it's like, doesn't matter the external things that you're doing if you're not making internal changes, behavioral changes in your life, nothing changes, right? So at the end of the trek, understanding that I like to use the analogy, I had a basket of rocks, right? And the biggest ones on top were the death of my friends. So really looking at those and trying to understand my role in those situations, and each time coming to the understanding that there was nothing that I could have done on either of those days that would have changed the outcome of what happened, right? And I think that's a huge understanding that needs to be, looked at, especially in combat situations. Is, you don't really have too much control over anything going on, because it's complete chaos, right? And it's like people are responding based to the level of the training that they've had, right? So it's like we were responding to the best of our ability in those situations, and the outcome was that a couple of our guys passed away, died in combat. So looking at the truth of it, right? Looking at the facts of it and understanding that this is what happened. I need to accept what has happened in my life. I need to accept the fact that this happened, and that I was there for it, and that there was nothing that I could do in that situation. And that helps us, take the focus away from beating ourselves up about stuff that we can't control. Right. So you end up exacerbating grief, guilt, and shame by beating yourself up, by saying, what a terrible soldier I am, right? Because I couldn't protect my friends. That does nothing for you in your life, right? That just actually sinks you deeper into whatever hole you're stuck in. So that's a really important thing that we need to understand and really acknowledge and accept, that whatever has happened in our past is finished and gone, and all we have is the memory of it now, and you can't really change that fact. So these are really two big understandings that the trek helped me start to facilitate, right? Start the process of going through this basket of rocks and saying like, all right, I got rid of two real big heavy rocks, right? But I still have a whole basket, and there's still stuff to dig through, right? And understand why this stuff is weighing me down so much.
BrainLine is powered in part by Wounded Warrior Project to honor and empower post 9/11 injured service members, veterans, and their families. For more information about PTSD, please visit brainline.org. BrainLine is a service of WETA, Washington, D.C.